How should you build the hidden potential for EZA LR Coup and STR Cooler? How's it, everybody? Click link here. We got another Dokkan Battle video for you here today. We are taking a look at the EZA details for the Super Saiyan Goku, colloquially known as the Coup, and the LR STR Cooler, the 2022 worldwide LRs. And in this video, we're going to break down the best hidden potential for both of them. So let's waste no further time and hop on into the Coup. We'll start with him. So Coup leads powerful comeback, 200% HP attack and defense, and pretty standard Carnival LR EZA. Now, taking a look at his passive, he gets key 7, attack and defense 259%, effective against all types, guards all attacks, and 200% defense. For every attack received, he gets key 2 up to 6, 59% attack up to 159%. And when activating the active skill or activating the or attacking with 18 or more key, he gets 159% attack. Starting from the 5th turn from his entry turn, he gets an additional 59% damage reduction before attacking, allowing him to go slot 1 after he's stacked up a little bit. When he is 60% or more HP, once only, he gets an extra 259% defense, gets an additional attack for 3 turns, gives superclass allies 59% defense, and an additional damage reduction rate, 70%. For 3 turns. So really good on those opening turns because he gets all those extra stats. So that's really helpful. After he or another ally conducts their revive, he will gain an additional 259% attack and defense, an additional super attack, and has a 70% chance of performing a critical hit. After his revival skill is activated, he gets an additional damage reduction rate, 40%. And gives superclass allies 59% attack defense within the next turn. Now he does have the ability to recover HP in standard play when he revives. His super attack effect has been slightly adjusted to massively raising defense on his 18 key and greatly raising attack for 4 turns on his 12 key. So he is a defense stacker, not really an offense stacker, but that doesn't mean his offense can't get pretty good with all those passive buffs. So that begs the question, how should you build a character like this? He's clearly a stacker. He's got a lot going on for him. Well, he is a tech type. So if we take a look here at the Dokkan Wiki for the hidden potential, we can see that as a tech type, he's going to naturally lean into critical hit, meaning, he's going to have the max crit if possible. However, that's not really the best for him as he has a 70% chance to crit. So our build is going to center around maximizing his additionals. We're going to go full additionals for this guy as a stacker. While that may not help him stack his 18 key because the 18 key is massively stacking, it does allow him to keep up his offense. He doesn't need the critical hit once you revive because he's got that critical hit built into him. And actually, this should be 11 critical hit and 15. On his equips, I suggest going full defensive equips with additionals. Again, maximize those additionals for this character. It's going to benefit him the most. That's how you're going to get more out of his offense, by allowing him to attack more. And again, he has effective against all types and he doesn't need the critical hit. If you really feel like he's got enough additional attacks, you could go full dodge, although I don't recommend it, right? After all, he is a character that needs to get hit in order to build up. So additionals is the way to go for Coup. Seems pretty obvious as a stacking unit. So that brings us to the LR STR Cooler. What about this guy? How do we build him? Well, let's take a look here, right? Lead is pretty much the same, still leading 200%, right? Terrifying Conquerors, movie bosses for 170 with transformation boost being the extra 30%. His new passive activates an entrance animation with terrifying cockers or movie bosses on the team, launches an additional super attack for 4 turns, key 4 and 30% damage reduction, plus an additional damage reduction rate 40% before attacking, and a medium chance of launching an additional super attack for 1 turn. Basic effects include key 6, attack and defense 300%, launches an additional attack which has a high chance of becoming a super attack, and when he's the only STR ally attacking in the turn, 200% defense and an additional damage reduction rate 10%. Now, to be fair, as of right now, he's the only STR character on Metal Cooler's team, so this is a non-issue. When activating his active skill, or attacking with 24 key, he gets an additional 100% attack. If every attack performed, he gets key 2 up to 10, and attack defense 25% up to 200%. Damage reduction rate 5% up to 30. After performing 7 attacks in battle, he launches an additional super attack. New super attack effect includes massively raising attack on his 18 key and greatly raising defense on his 12 key. Basically the opposite of Bird Coup. However, you will notice there is one staggering difference between the two. Now, this guy, because of the massively stack, which is 100% stack, he's going to stack very, very fast, even with just that singular stack on his 18 key, plus all the build for his passive through his additional attacks. However, there is something we need to consider. He is an STR type unit, which means like Bird Coup, he's going to naturally lean into crit and can get a max of 20, i.e. a 40% chance to crit. And guess what, baby? You're gonna need all of that crit. As you can see here, he has no crit built into his passive. He has no super effective against all types, which means if he fails a crit, damage is going to be very, very minimal on this guy, even with all of those attack stats. So my recommendation is to go ahead and dump it all into crit. Max amount 20 crit on this guy. You can go ahead and go sub additionals. If you really want to go sub dodge, that's fine. He does have enough additionals in him that you could justify that. But I do think the sub additionals kind of just help push him a little bit further, especially if you can get that extra 12% in the turn. It's not a big deal if he doesn't. Although, right, if you go with the orb setup here for his hidden potential skill orbs, leaning into the attack orbs, critical hit and attack, and then giving your silver an additional and critical hit is going to be able to maximize that, right? So that would have most of his silvers, right? I think you can get up to a level 7 here. So that would actually push him to a pretty decent spot. Right, with 13, i.e. 26% chance for an extra additional. So that's not too bad. I would recommend this build for him. He is an attacker. You should maximize that attack. If you don't want to go with the attack value, you could also go with critical hit and super attack boost. That would also do very well for him, but it's up to you. Either way, right? Center your cooler on maximizing his attack, especially because, right, again, that his kit lacks the most important thing for an attack stacker, which is that critical hit, right? If he's not getting crit, he's not doing damage. Bird Coup, unfortunately, is just the opposite, right? He doesn't really need to crit. He has effective against all types, and his role is tank. While he can do damage, that's what you got Beast Gohan for on this team, right? So his main role is to play the slot 1, you know, after a couple of turns attacking for characters like Beast Gohan, who you know, who can't hold slot 1, right? Or other characters, whatever team you're running him on, really. I mean, he's also a nice, good slot 1 for Diamond Goku, for example. Although Diamond Goku can slot 1 in a lot of turns, but in situations where he can't, not only is he a great link partner, but he also, you know, provides that slot 1, right? It's a very good character, the way he stacks defense. So, like, we want to maximize the offense on Cooler, we want to maximize the defense on Bird Coup. So, guys, that is it for the video. That is our final recommendation for the 2022 worldwide EZAs, right? Max out additionals and defense on the Bird Coup, right? 15 additionals and whatever you can get out of your skill orbs while maximizing defensive equipment. And for Cooler, the exact opposite. Maximize his crit while maximizing his attack orbs to boost his offense as much as you can. So guys, that's it for the video. If you like the video, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and in the comments down below, let us know, how are you going to build your bird coup and your cooler? Let us know in the comments down below. This is just my recommendation, but I'm always curious to see what you guys come up with in the chat. So that's it for the video, guys. If nothing else, thanks for watching, and aloha.